Alright y'all, so trust me, this is actually a Legends video. I know, hearing Dokkan right off the bat probably gave y'all some heart palpitations, but stick with me bro, because something crazy just happened. So we just had an in-person Dokkan fan meeting, yes Dokkan, but more surprisingly, there was some Legends news that came out of it. I know, that sounds like a setup to a bad joke, a Legends player walks into a Dokkan event, but no bro, this is real. So apparently we're getting some kind of crossover celebration for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball Manga, and this might be the bridge between Dokkan's big update and the next major Legends release. So let's break down what's going on because this could all have some massive implications for what's coming next week. Alright, so to start it off, during this fan meeting, they talked about some updates for Dokkan, including the reveal of Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is absolutely wild, by the way. And look, whenever Dokkan does something hype like that, it's like Legends is standing right behind him with a copycat move ready. If Dokkan drops Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Legends is probably 2 tweets away from dropping SSJ4 Vegeta, just to one-up them. But here's where things get spicy, y'all, because they actually mentioned Legends directly during this Dokkan event. We've got an official joint celebration coming on October 28th, and that's not just random. That's the usual Legends reveal time. So clearly, this wasn't some coincidence, y'all. Bandai said, yeah, you know what? Let's finally let these two siblings share the spotlight for once. So here's what's happening, y'all. Dokkan and Legends are having a joint celebration for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball's manga, and I know that may not sound like a big deal, but Dragon Ball's manga literally shaped generations of anime fans. It's the reason half of us are out here throwing invisible Kamehameha at our friends, bro. In all seriousness though, the event will feature both games together, meaning shared themes, shared hype, and possibly even shared art styles. And this last part is really interesting because for the first time ever, Dokkan is using manga art directly from the original panels. Like actual literal Toriyama art, ripped straight from the pages, now animated in-game. This means Legends might be doing the same thing. Manga-based card art or animations. Y'all, imagine an LF with a screen turning like a manga page before the finisher hits. That would be straight up cinema. So let's talk about what Dokkan is actually doing here because it's probably the roadmap for what Legends will copy. So they revealed new versions of Saiyan Saga Goku and Vegeta, both using art pulled straight from the manga. These are event characters, which is a huge first for Dokkan, and the attacks literally have page flip effects, sound effects from the anime, and mix of retro visuals that pay homage to the old school Dragon Ball. It's the perfect nostalgia bomb, and I'll be honest bro, this thing is kind of slapping right now. I'm not even a Dokkan main anymore, but I was sitting there like, damn bro, should I start putting the hours in again? Now listen, Legends obviously can't use the same flat panel art style since it's fully 3D, but they might integrate it into the LF animation somehow. Like imagine LF Goku finishing his enemy and then it cuts to a manga panel of the final blow. Grayscale background and everything bro, it would be peak fan service. But alright y'all, with that out of the way, now it's time to talk about the fun part bro. Who's actually coming for this Legends event? So if we take a look at Dokkan's characters right now, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo Jr., Frieza, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and Fat Buu, it's basically a best hits lineup from every major saga. Each one represents a part of Dragon Ball's history. So if Legends follows that same pattern, we're likely to see a similar spread of saga-based characters. Maybe not one-to-one or anything like that, but something in that spirit. For example, maybe like a Goku and Piccolo tag unit from the Saiyan saga, and maybe even another Frieza, which, I doubt, but, I'm putting it out there. And lastly, y'all hear me out, this could be a perfect excuse for Legends to bring back Mega Rising banners. Y'all remember those, bro? Listen, it's been over a year, but this event feels like the kind of thing that would fit perfectly for that format. A bunch of new sparkings all at once instead of a single LF drop. Now, personally, I think we've got two directions Legends could go here. The first one being a huge LF release, probably centered around the major manga moment or something like that. For example, maybe Kid Buu or something like World Tournament Goku. Both of those would represent the beginning and end of Dragon Ball manga, so that would be pretty fire in my opinion. They could always go the Mega Rising route, releasing 4 or 5 sparkings across different sagas, for example, Namek Goku, SSJ2 Gohan, Kid Buu, things like that, guys. In my opinion, that would be the best thing overall, but it would be like a playable museum of Dragon Ball history. That'd be a hype way to celebrate the manga's legacy, plus it would give us a nice break before the madness of Legends Fest next month. And that's the key part here. The release is the last major update before Legends Fest, so Bandai's probably testing the waters right now, building hype and reminding everyone why they fell in love with Dragon Ball in the first place. A collab like this, in my opinion, is genius from a marketing perspective, because you've got the nostalgia from Dokkan's side, the flashiness from Legends, and you tie that all together with the anniversary of the manga that it all started with. It's just perfect. It's basically like a Dragon Ball appreciation month, and you can bet they're gonna milk that for every gem, crystal, and summon that they can, bro. So what do I think? Bro, this is the perfect setup before Legends Fest in my opinion, y'all. The 40th anniversary collab is like the trailer before the blockbuster. Just enough to hook everyone in, get the hype rolling, and remind us that Dragon Ball is still that franchise. Whether we end up getting a World Tournament Goku, a Mega Rising banner, or something totally totally unexpected. The fact that Dokkan and Legends are working together for once is already huge. And in all honesty, y'all, I'm hoping that they let Goku get an LF by flipping a manga panel and yelling, hey, check the panels. That would go crazy. So yeah, y'all let me know what you guys think, bro. Do you guys want a single LF or maybe like a Mega Rising Saga type of celebration? Drop your predictions in the comments below, man. And hey, make sure to save those crystals because whatever's coming on the 28th is gonna hurt. Either way, I'm out of here, y'all. Take care. Peace.